Okie doke, I'm Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst and Company. Catalyst and Company, where we're catalysts in each other's lives as well as our own. And we work towards becoming the artists we've always wanted to be. And lately I've been talking a lot about a mural project that I'm involved in. And you watch me put together a mural, you watch me transfer the images, you watch me have a meltdown when they made revisions and all this stuff. You watch me go through the whole process that I normally go through, very quietly, sort of, on my own, kind of. But I want to let you know where we are. I submitted the image, what was it, Wednesday, I think? I submitted the image Wednesday to the organizer, one of the organizers, and then I wrote up a proposal Wednesday and sent it in Thursday. But before I sent it in, I checked with a couple of mural artists, or a few mural artists that I know. I'm not going to get some water. A few mural artists that I know, including Kerry Kice, who has a lot of experience doing murals, indoor-outdoor murals, and I love her work. But I was mainly asking mural artists about pricing and about, working in the sun and just kind of the practicalities of it all. Instead of just coming up with an image and going, ta-da, I'm here, I've been doing a lot of back work, getting ready. And one of the hardest things was understanding how to write up a proposal. I've dealt a lot with handshakes in the past. A long time ago, I used to do everything on a handshake. And then the past few years, when it's come to commissions, I've had the galleries or reps deal with people because I can't and I don't want to. So I don't want to talk about money and be cornered, and I don't want any of that. So I have other people deal with it. But what is my hair doing today? This is a different animal. So I had to write up the proposal. I got information online, but I got a lot of information from other mural artists, and it's funny being in this position where I'm asking the questions, because usually people ask questions of me. But it was also very, very reassuring, and especially my conversation with Kerry Kice, because I could ask her anything, and she laid it all out, including, am I in the right price range? And I asked a number of different mural artists, experienced mural artists that I work with, who have done bigger work and done more formal, or had more formal relationships with people outside of a gallery. As you can hear, there's a blue jay having a meltdown. I've been getting ready to do work outside by, number one, turning off the AC in my place. So I'm getting used to being warm. It sounds ridiculous, but it's a little bit of training. When it's hot like it is now, you can hear the birds and everything, but also heat blows into this place. I've been walking in the sun, not for long walks, an hour at a time, trying to get used to being in the sun, because I'm basically a vampire and I can't stand being in the sun, but walking in the sun so I remember how it feels like, and remind my body what I have to do to keep myself healthy when I'm in the sun. Also figuring out what to eat, what not to eat, what not to drink is very important, and what to drink. And also getting used to standing in one tiny spot. That's part of the training as well, trying to remember to stand in one tiny spot. But back to getting advice, I've talked about IM Detour. IM Detour actually gives a lot of really great information. He's very, very open as a muralist, as an artist, about everything that he does. He lays it all out. So I took his information as a springboard and was able to find muralists I don't know how much they charge online. And there's a lot to consider. Are you doing one floor? Are you working on one floor? Are you working on multiple? When you're pricing, are you working on one story? Because there's one pricing for one story, and that usually runs $20 to $35 an hour, depending on your experience. If it's indoor, it can be less. If it's smaller, it can be less because it's a quick job. If it's outdoors, though, you've really got to take into consideration, are you in the sun? And which you most likely will be. Are you in the heat all day long? What is the physicality involved? Are you climbing ladders, which I will not be doing. I will not be climbing ladders. Are you in a lift truck? How much room is there to move around? What's the toll on you physically? These are all things that you need to take into consideration before you take on the job. So IM Detour has been a really great resource, as well as Kipto and a million other muralists that I've experienced, graffiti muralists that I follow on YouTube especially. But I'm really appreciative of how open people have been. Then there's some people I try to ask specific questions and they kind of skirt around it. Like there's some big major secret going on here and they can't reveal all the stuff behind the curtain, which is just kind of ridiculous to me, because I tend to be very open online, especially on YouTube or anywhere actually. I tend to be very open because nobody's doing anything majorly different than the next guy, so why not just say it? So anyway, it always astounds me when I waste my time trying to tease out information from people who are like, oh no, I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. It's not helpful. And especially when I'm thinking maybe we could work together in the future on a project, maybe we could team up. And they're like, no, can't tell you. It's like, ugh, okay, never mind. You don't want to be a team player. Never mind. I got it. So anyway, I wrote up the proposal. If you're interested to see the proposal that I wrote up, let me know and I'll email it to you. I checked again with like a friend of mine, Carl, Kerry, a number of other people. I sent it out and I said, would you take a look? And every single one of them said, it's concise, it's straight to the point, and it lets them know that you're going to be flexible, but that from now on, they're really going to have to make a financial commitment, which is so important. I don't understand why people think artists can do everything for free or should be willing to do everything for free. I don't understand it at all. We want your product, but we don't want to pay you for it because, you're just an artist, always seems to be the attitude. And that's why I don't usually deal with people directly. I have gallery and reps who step in and they take care of that because I don't want to deal with it. And then there's times where you just got to be a little bit understanding and flexible. But in this proposal, I made it clear this is what we have to do because people have been helping me. People have been supporting me, financially supporting the project, helping me to get acrylics and aerosols and canvas and to get the work done, and very encouraging. So, now we need a financial commitment from the other parties involved. And, I've heard very good things about them, so we'll see. But it's funny because we submitted this one image, and then there's another image for my portfolio that's being considered too for another wall, and that one I'm really excited about. Doing Emma E. Booker has been difficult because I need there is no clear photograph of her, so I've kind of had to rely on, as I've said before, the image that we have and then images of Zora Neale Hurston, and making them meld because they have very similar facial features. So getting them to meld so we have a clear image. There's a lot that has gone into this, and I just wanted to get you up to date because people have been so supportive online and financially in helping me. And so I just decided, we started this in the last live stream, the studio mate in another state, taking her face and blowing it up on another canvas. But then I was really starting to feel like, oh, you're investing so much and you're exhausted, and I don't want to spin my wheels anymore. So I put that away for now. And when we get word what's going on, I'll pull it back out and start working on it again, and then start working on increasing the size of the face. So when I get to the wall, it's there. you know, I don't have to second guess what I'm doing. I don't have to keep stepping back. So I put it all away. 2 days ago, while I was doing the proposal and everything else, I cleaned my space, which was a filthy mess from me working on the mural for 3 weeks. And then yesterday, I just hit a wall and was exhausted all day long and couldn't do anything other than turn off the AC, go for a walk, do some laundry, that kind of a thing. But I also pulled out the painting that's behind me and decided to start working on it and finish it up. I really like aspects of this painting, but there's a few things that I've got to correct, mainly down below. Some of the coloring down below, the shading, the latent shading down below. Ooh, God, her arm got huge. I didn't even realize it till we were looking in the camera. Now all of a sudden she's got a gigantic fat arm, so we've got to fix that. But I want to tie this one up and put it away, and then I've got a couple more that they've just got to be finished up and put away. But the thing is removing myself from thinking solely about the mural project, because I can obsess, and then I'll obsess into a state of anxiety and fear, and checking my computer every 5 minutes, and what if and what if, and what if, and what if. So I've just tried to keep myself out of that, because when I start what ifing, I don't know about you, but when I start what ifing and getting really focused on one project, and are they gonna like it, and what if they don't, oh, bloobity bloobity blobbity blobbity blah, the whole thing tends to dissipate. So I'm doing something that I'm taking a cue from a bunch of actors who I've listened to be interviewed. I listened to actors roundtable interviews where actors like, all of them, I can't even think, Lawrence Fishburne talks about being offered jobs and going in for interviews, or doing the thing. I'm warm. I don't know. Doing the thing. Casting. Going to the sorry. I am warm. Going to the casting call, and performing for the casting directors, and not hearing from them, and then for a year not hearing from them, or hearing, we love you, and we're giving it to somebody else who's like you but isn't you. I listen to those and I take them to heart, because oftentimes, and this is something Kerry and Carl and a bunch of other friends and I have talked about, oftentimes these big projects, and I've had 4 just poof in the past year, 4 big things kind of go poof in the past year. Listen to like Lawrence Fishburne say, I'm told I got this job, and then it comes time, we're at the finish line, and the job just disappears for whatever reason. Bryan Cranston, in several interviews I listened to on him, said, I take I want to say the interview, the casting, whatever it is, and put it to the side. He said, I go to the casting thing and I do my performance and I leave and I just forget about it. He says, I just forget about it, because otherwise I'm spinning my little hamster wheels and I become a mess. And I'm, hearing things like that, I go, okay, that's what we need to do, is go, yes, I'll do that. Here's the thing. Here's my submission, and forget about it. Just totally forget about it. So I'm going to try and forget about it by working on this and a few other paintings. And that is where we are. I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. Oh my God, my head. I don't like being warm, but I want to go outdoors and do murals, and I want to start doing really big ones. I want to do big murals. It's something I've been working up to for a very long time again. But okay, so I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. If you'd like to help support Catalyst and Company, all the links are down below, including links to Patreon, TeePublic, Cash App, PayPal. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, that would be awesome. And a bunch of other stuff. If you're interested in painting like this or anything you've seen here, All the contacts are down below, including J. Louise at Blue Egg Gallery, Andrew and Mark at Chasen Galleries here in Sarasota, and Raphael Coelho in New Jersey, okay? And Kerry Kice is not the same Kerry that we say goodbye to at the end of every video. The Kerry that we say goodbye to is in Australia. Kerry Kice is in Colorado, and I'll put links to her down below as well so you can see her mural work. All right, ready? Ciao. Ready, Kerry? Here we go. Ciao. Meow, meow, meow.